Hey everyone, welcome to this Windows channel, and this is the Tech News Update. We are Monday, February 27th, 2017, and today in our Tech News Update, we have Microsoft Edge and Internet Explorer that have a security flaw. Now, this one is interesting because Google, last week we talked about one of the problems of security holes that Google has said because it was more than 90 days and everything, and Microsoft didn't fix it. This one was discovered apparently November 25th. So if they would hold on to their 90-day policy, it would mean that it should have been released December, January, February, like more into March than anything else. But it didn't reach 90 days totally before they announced it, which was kind of unusual. But there is a flaw. Apparently, in a web page, if you correctly do a little 17-line code, it breaks Internet Explorer or Edge and actually opens a hole that means somebody can inject some code and, of course, take control of your computer. So Google did say to Microsoft, okay, we got that problem, which probably will be solved in the cumulative update of March. But that starts to make a lot of little holes here and there that aren't fixed this month. So also because it affects Internet Explorer, they say that it affects older versions of Windows, which means Windows 7 and Windows 8 probably are affected also by one of these flaws. Google Assistant is coming to every Android device. It was mostly something that was for Google's own devices first, but now it's coming to every device that has Android 6 or up, which means every phone and every tablet that has Android 6 or more will get this new Google Assistant feature on their devices. Well, few new things that are interesting here. Of course, Friday afternoon we had a release of a insider preview, which really is darn close to the creator's update. And that insider preview gave us, of course, lots not a lot of new features, but removed the watermark and everything. It was kind of very interesting creator's update. Another feature that's interesting in the latest creators update is that you can actually you have a little switch, and I'll be talking about that on the Insider channel. There's a little switch that you can turn on that prevents Win32 apps from installing, and makes only install from the Windows Store possible. So kind of interesting because it kind of turns your Windows into the cloud version basically a little bit. So I'll be, of course, taking a look at that, and of course on my Windows Insider channel, more details coming up. But interesting feature, interesting to see that we're really close to the creators update now, and very nice release as usual. Well, Intel would maybe be working on a 12-core CPU to compete with the AMD Ryzen. It seems that Intel and in what's happening inside the company, they're kind of a little bit in a panic mode now because they look at the AMD Ryzen and its amazing performance, and they're saying, okay, it's performing well and it's much cheaper than our chips. We need to do something about it. And a lot of analysts said Intel needs to have a response to AMD. They can't just leave it like that. So you know what? Thank you, AMD, because I just love the fact that this will probably create a new CPU war that will push the limits and make these CPUs even better for us consumers. Well, if you want to build some kind of Cortana device of all sorts, you can now, or well, soon apparently, it could be as soon as today, Microsoft might release the Cortana Skills Kit. That will enable any developer that wants to make a Cortana device or any type of Cortana usable feature. You just use this skills kit and build your own features for Cortana, and that's going to be interesting. And the fact that now it is pretty much released will maybe help us get many more Cortana devices in our homes. Who knows? Well, starting today is the Mobile World Congress. And what's that? Well, it used to be only about phones, but now it's everything mobile. And that means laptops and tablets and phones and devices of all sorts. And already we've seen many, many new devices, some new Windows phones, some new Android phones, of course, some all sorts of new laptops from Lenovo, HP, and all of these companies. So it's in Barcelona, Spain, and it is going on until March the 2nd. And this is the biggest, basically, of all the mobile festivals in the world. So that's where everybody wants to show off. Of course, we've seen also the new Nokia 3310, slightly redesigned. Looks pretty much the same. Yes, it has the Snake game on it. And it is an eye opener. It's pretty amazing. And also a little number we've learned is that yeah, there were over 350 million little feature phones. You know, feature phones are basically a more basic phone, but with little add-ons and games and stuff, like the Nokia 3310, for example. And they announced and they said, look, 356 million feature phones were sold last year. That's another small number. And Nokia had sold 35 million of those. And I can bet you that with the 3310, there might be even more sales for Nokia, which is, by the way, Nokia brand is not the Nokia company from Finland, but more of a company that bought the rights to use the Nokia name. And so this was the Tech News Update for Monday, February 27th, 2017. If you enjoy our videos, you can subscribe to our channel. You'll be informed when new videos are online. If you have any comments, questions, suggestions, let us know. It's always fun to have your feedback.